शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। Hari Om. A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to this beautiful, most auspicious, gorgeous, wonderful, holiest of the holy, the most divine temple which is within our own selves. My loving pranams at the divine lotus feet of my Guru, Papa Swami Ramdas of Anandashram, Kanjangad, Kerala, and my beloved parents. We are going through the last few shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. Lengthy shlokas. I mean, so many shlokas, 701 shlokas or 700 shlokas. And again in the 18th chapter, he plays snake and ladder game. Once he bats for Karma Yoga, then he says Jnana Yoga, again Karma Yoga, again Jnana Yoga. Probably he is able to study the expressions of Arjuna when he explains about Jnana Yoga. So he feels that, Arjuna is not able to understand properly. Let me come back to Karma Yoga again. Once he feels that he has explained Karma Yoga enough, then he talks about Jnana Yoga. Again, when Arjuna is not able to understand, then again he is talking about Karma Yoga. So up and down he is doing. And like when we teach children, we use this methodology, Sama, Dana, Bheda, Danda. Sama is explaining whatever the situation is, whatever the problem is, you are explaining. Then the next one is Dana. Here Dana is not charity or donating. Here it means what is the incentive that you get when you perform this particular action. What do you gain? What do you achieve by performing that action? What are the benefits? So this is Dana. Next step is Bheda. The person is not able to understand in spite of you explaining with Sama and Dana. Then you talk about the negative side of it, saying that if you don't perform this action, what are the consequences? You have to face the consequences, Arjuna. In case you don't listen to this because of your ego, because of ahankara, if you don't listen, then he said that na shroshyasi vinangshyasi. You will perish. Perish here does not mean that getting destroyed totally. This is destruction in the path of spirituality. So that must be very carefully understood. Not that he is going to die or so. Like how you have the snake on the 98th number, you have one snake in snake and ladder game. So you come up to that and then again that snake swallows you, eats you up, and you come down to either the first line or to the base second line. So start from the hitch once again. So he is warning, alerting Arjuna about it. Next shloka, once again the same. Shloka number 59, chapter 18. Yadahankaramashritya nayotsya iti manyase mithyesha vyavasayaste prakritistvam niyokshyati. Yat ahankaram ashritya. Because of your ego, because of your ahankara, nayotsya, I will not fight Krishna. This is what he said initially. Na kangshe vijayam Krishna, na cha rajyam sukhani cha. Krishna, I don't want this victory. I don't want any Raja Bhoga at all. I don't want any this kind of sukha. So I will not fight Krishna. This is what he has declared. So now Krishna says, after explaining all these, still because of your ahankara, if you say manyase, if you think or decide that na yotsya, I don't want to fight, if you say so, Mithyesha vyavasayaste prakritiswam niyokshyati. This is wrong. If at all you think like this, if you decide like this, it is wrong. He does not say don't do, but he says it is wrong. It is not right. Because prakritiswam niyokshyati. Because of your nature, you will fight. To give an example, to make it easily understandable, Arjuna said that he would go begging also, but not fight this war. I don't want to kill my elders or friends or relatives, etc. I will definitely not want this, but I don't mind begging also. I don't mind going to Himalayas or taking sannyasa. This also he has told Krishna. Assume that Arjuna, who has got Rajoguna dominating in him. How do we decide that Rajoguna is dominating in a person? The quality of this Rajoguna itself is being active. And especially defense mechanism he is using, that defending. He is defending his kingdom. He is interested in it, not that he is forced, he is interested in it. So definitely Rajoguna is dominating. In case he takes sannyasa, assume that he takes sannyasa and goes to Himalayas. For a few days, he may be able to close his eyes and do meditation. Sit quietly, withdraw from the world and meditate or so. After a few days, because of this Rajoguna is dominating in him, he will not be able to sit quietly. Sit quietly. For whom it is possible? Only person who has got Sattva Guna dominating. Only such a person can meditate or sit quietly. Withdrawing himself. Arjuna is not that kind of person. Rajoguna is dominating. So maximum for a week he will be able to sit in the Himalayas. 8th day what happens? Slowly he looks at here and there. Who are the other Swamijis or Sannyasis who are meditating there? Then assume that there is some argument between some Sannyasis over there for some silly reason. Then this fellow Arjuna will go and take a party of one sannyasi. So he will fight with that person. For this person, he will fight with another sannyasi. Why? That is his nature. Rajoguna is dominating. And to go further, slowly he will form one sannyasi welfare organization of Himalayas. Because he is in Himalayas, he will form one welfare organization. Then he will represent that organization to the government, saying that this should be given to them, that should be given, this is not there, that is facility is not there, etc. Because that is his nature. Protecting his people is his nature. I hope it is clear. Because Rajoguna is dominating, even if he goes to Himalayas, he will be active over there. For a few days only he will be able to sit quietly. Then he will start something or the other. If not anything, one Swamiji said so, if not anything, he will start some Rudraksha business over there. Because he cannot sit quietly. So this is what happens when we withdraw without having the proper knowledge. When we simply go to some Himalayas and sit there, saying that no, Jnana Yoga, it said that Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, so I will simply sit here and do meditation. It may not be possible. We must have the proper knowledge of it. Proper maturity should be there for it. Then only going to Himalayas will be worth it. Otherwise, you are going to Himalayas and still you are fighting for somebody, some organization, because that is what Krishna says, Prakritiswam niyokshati. That Prakriti, that nature will make you, will compel you, will force you to do this. That is your nature. You may say, na yotsya, I will not fight Krishna. You may say, okay, you are not going to fight this Kurukshetra war. You will go somewhere else and fight. So finally you are fighting. Then why not fight here? So Krishna is giving lot of importance to that nature itself. What is one's nature? Assume that a person has got some sannyasa kind of nature. He is not very much interested in the worldly affairs. We have seen this kind of situations in many stories in our Puranas. Recent saints also. So the parents feel that, oh, this person is slightly dull. Let me get him married. Then he may become active. So such a person, forcibly they get him married. His nature is of that sannyasa, but now he is pushed into grihasthashram. What will happen? Wife will find it very difficult there to make this fellow do some work. They have to live. He has to earn. When he doesn't do, what happens? Obviously, there will be conflicts. So Krishna says that we must understand what our nature is. When we take up some profession according to our nature, which tallies with the nature, then the personality of that person is good. Otherwise, assume that the nature is something and your profession is totally different, not according to your nature. Then the personality gets strained. So there are a lot of tips in these shlokas. Krishna is giving us beautiful, wonderful tips. From 16th chapter he has started with all the different gunas. So let us see continuation of the same topic. Next shloka. Swabhavajena kaunteya nibaddha svena karmana kartum nechasi yanmohat karishyasya vashopi tat. Swabhavaja. Swabhavaja. The one which is born by the swabhava. By our nature, what we have. Nibaddha svena karmana. One must do that. That karma, what is born according to from our nature, we must do that. But kartum na ichyasi yan mohat. Because of moha, because of delusion, if you don't like to do it, karishyasi avashopiyat. Helplessly you will do this, Arjuna. You may say that I don't want to do this. You may not like to do it. But helplessly you will be forced into it because that is your nature. As I said just now, go to Himalayas, then you are not able to sit there quietly, then start something else. You have to be active because that is your nature. Karishyasi avashopiyat. Avasha, not in your control. Helplessly you will be pushed into it. Now that is the reason why many jnanis all are different from each other. Sannyasis, we try to put them in one single frame. We have some notions about sannyasis or jnani. Jnani must be like this, a sannyasi must be like this. So we put them in a single frame. Every sannyasi should fit in this frame which I have created according to my knowledge. Does it happen? When it doesn't happen, then we brand that sannyasi as not a good sannyasi at all. Because he doesn't fit in my frame. This cannot be done. All jnanis, all saints are not the same. Some of them may mingle with the society. Some of may come and stay with us and mingle with us. Some of them are withdrawn. You see, some are there in Himalayas. That's what we read. Himalayas, where for months together you cannot access such places, but they are living in that kind of places. Totally away from the society. Some of the saints used to throw stones. Anybody went to them, near them to ask something, whether it is spiritual or material, they used to throw some stones. They used to get angry, or they showed that they are angry. They threw stones so that to avoid the public. So every jnani is not the same. Why? That is the nature of that jnani. Basically, each one has got some or the other particular nature. We know that every one of us has got one guna dominating, either sattva or raja or tama. One of them is dominating. Now we understand that this is my guna and I try to go to the higher level and go beyond that. I become a jnani. But still, which was dominating earlier, that will be still active. So such a person, rajoguna dominated jnani, he has gone beyond that, but still that is dominating in him. So even though he is a jnani, he will still be active. Whereas a person, a jnani who has got maximum sattva-guna dominating, then he may be secluded. He may not be talking to anybody. Like Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, very, very few words. Simplicity. But he would radiate that. Divinity would be radiated from the face or the body itself or the place where he is sitting. So each one is different because swabhava. By their swabhava, what it is. Based on that, each one is different. So Krishna is telling him, Arjuna, your nature is that rajoguna dominating. So if you decide that you don't want to fight, you will helplessly be forced into this fight. It may not be Kurukshetra, since you decide now that I don't want to fight. Okay, forget about this war. You will go somewhere else and fight. That is your nature. So we also should analyze our nature. From 14th chapter, Krishna has been telling us, analyze your own self. Which guna is dominating? This we must be able to analyze ourselves. Next shloka, shloka number 61. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddesharjuna tishtati bhramayan sarva bhutani yantrarudhani mayaya. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam hriddeshe arjuna tishtati. Now Krishna is giving a wonderful declaration here. In every living being, Ishvara resides in the heart. Heart is connected to mind. Brain is connected to intellect or buddhi. Heart is connected to that manas or mind. So Krishna says that, declares that in every being I am there. Ishvara resides in the heart of everybody. It is jokingly said that all human beings search for God somewhere outside. Paramatma wanted to hide himself. So where to hide? He decided that no person will search within themselves. In their own heart they will not search. Let them all search everywhere else. So I will go and hide in their hearts. Now we know the secret, that he is hiding in our own heart as well as in everybody's heart, because he himself has declared this. Then he says, Brahmayan sarva bhutani. Brahmayam is revolving. Sarva bhutani. He makes every bhuta go around. How? Yantra rudhani mayaya. Look at this yantra, machine. What machine was there 5,000 years ago? We think that they did not have any idea about yantra, machines. All machines came afterwards only. Were invented or done afterwards only, right? That's what we feel. So Krishna here says, yantra rudhani mayaya. In a huge machine, there are so many different parts. Each one is working according to that particular part's work. Whatever it is supposed to, however it is supposed to work. One may be rotating this way, another may be doing something else, isn't it? So he says, he is the one who is rotating all these living beings Just like how it happens in a machine. By his Maya, by his power, power of Paramatma is given the name as Maya. By his power, he is making us all rotate here and there, revolve here and there, like puppets. You know the dolls. Nowadays, robots, dolls, you turn the key fully, then leave that doll. The doll, dug, 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 it moves, or maybe making some sound, etc. Isn't it? We have enjoyed all these kind of toys. Exactly the same way, the key is fully given to everyone, and we are dancing here according to our director Paramatma. By his Maya, he is making us all run around. When do we stop? The key that is given gets over, it stops. So we all have come in this body here. We are all blessed to have this human birth. We must understand the purpose of our lives. Why have we come here? What is the purpose of life? So many different professions are there. Any profession should be taken as a flower. Assume that somebody's profession is, their person is a lawyer. So that profession is a beautiful flower. And the way you work, you handle a case. Being a lawyer, you are handling a case. That case handling is nothing but that puja, worship that you are doing to that Paramatma. Yat yat karma karomi tat tat akhilam shambho tavaradhanam, says Adi Shankaracharya in Shiva Manasa Puja. Yat yat karma karomi tat tat akhilam shambho tavaradhanam. Whichever action that I am doing, it is your puja, it's your aradhana, it's your worship. Worship does not mean that simply sit in the puja room and do that abhisheka, naivedya, etc. blah blah. That is also one kind of puja, obviously. But it does not end there. Any action that we perform should be treated as puja. So much of importance we give to puja. While doing puja, oh madi, etc., we follow. We follow the madi of the dress, that's all. Actual madi is not of the dress. It is madi from the negative emotions. And just thinking of God, that is madi. So Krishna says that I am residing in your heart. You don't have to search here and there for me. You need not go to any temple in search of me. Search within yourself. Start your inward journey. I am residing there. That does not mean that one should not visit the temple. Please, it should not be mistaken. One must visit the temples to understand that Paramatma is residing in my heart. The same Paramatma is residing in this temple too. Same Paramatma resides in Kailasa. Same Paramatma resides in Vaikuntha, etc. It's only for our experience. We must experience it. It is the same God. God is not different. So he is declaring here, I am residing in every living beings or every beings Hrit Desha. The place called Hrit is Hridaya, heart. In the heart of everybody I am residing, energizing, activating, enlivening every being. If Krishna is not there, body becomes inert because it's only material, it's only that Prakriti. So he is the one who is energizing us. He is the one who is activating us. Without him, Nothing is there then. So this is a very good shloka where he declares that I am residing in your heart. Next shloka. Tameva sharanam gaccha sarvabhavena bharata tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapsyasi shashvatam. Tam eva, to that Paramatma, that Ishvara who is residing in the heart of every living being or every being, to that Paramatma only Sharanam Gaccha. You surrender to that Parabrahma. Sarva Bhavena. With all the kind of bhava, wholeheartedly, sincerely, with Shraddha and devotion. So Sarva Bhava here is wholeheartedly. Not something, okay, let me do some puja here, then my mind is somewhere else. Not that way. Wholeheartedly, sincerely, with the Shraddha, faith should be there. This is the Parabrahma that I am worshipping. Obviously, devotion. With devotion, you do it. Then, Tat Prasada Param Shantim Sthanam Prapsyasi Shashvatam. Then what happens? If you do like this, then because of the prasada, Param Shantim Sthanam Prapsyasi Shashvatam. Shanti. Peaceful. Always you will be peaceful. And Shashvata Sthana. You will get permanent place. Do we have a permanent place now? We think that my house is a permanent house for me. It is only temporary. Some more days, some more months, some more years, that's all. Afterwards we have to leave this house. We have to leave this house. We have to leave this house also. Body itself is a house. Temporarily we are residing here. We have to leave this. And we will reach that permanent house. Shashvata Sthana. Permanently you will reside there. If you remember from shloka number 40 of second chapter. Neha vikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. This he has declared in the second chapter itself. In this way, if you go, absolutely no side effects. Neha vikramanashosti pratyavayo na vidyate. There is absolutely no side effects. When we go to the hospital, the doctor says you have got this disease, so you have to take this strong medicine. Immediately we get the doubt, doctor, what is the side effect of this? A lot of side effects. You will get sugar problem, you will get BP problem, all those. But you have to take this. Whereas Krishna promises that there is no pratyavayo na vidyate. There is absolutely no side effect. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya. You follow little, Arjuna. Not that the whole thing that you have to follow. Little by little you follow. It is sufficient. Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Which is the greatest fear? Not losing somebody. Not that, oh, I will die. Yes, that is the one. This is the bhaya for us. I will die, again I will be born. Isn't it? This is the greatest bhaya. So Krishna says that bhaya will not be there. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam will not be there, Arjuna. Shashvata sthana. How? By the prasada. I am going to bless you with this Shashvata padam. Let us see the next shloka. Shloka number 63. Iti te jnanamakhyatam guhyad guhyataram maya vimrishaitadasheshena yathechasi tatha kuru. Iti te jnanam akyatam. All this knowledge, Arjuna, I have advised you or I have given you. I have taught you. Bodhana, prabodha, highest level of teaching I have given you. Guhyat guhyataram maya. Highest level of secret among the secrets. Highest level of secret has been taught to you by me, Arjuna. This kind of knowledge is called a secret because not easy to understand. In some places, for the public exams, books are given to the children. The students get the textbooks also. In spite of having the textbook, they do not know where the answer is. We feel like laughing at them. Oh my God, don't they know this much also? Question is given and they are given the textbook also. They have to simply search for the answer and write it on their answer sheet. No, they are not able to do. That kind of buddhus they are. We also belong to the same category. Krishna has been telling us what to do, what not to do. We have understood. But are we able to follow? We must be able to follow. So it is called as secret, open secret. Highest, Shrestha secret is this only. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya Yoga. In the 9th chapter he has declared that. Then he says, I have explained to you everything. Now you do the vimarsha. Vimrishai tadadesh asheshena. Don't leave anything. Everything you analyze. Do the vimarsha of this. Do analyze. And then yathechasi tatha kuru. Whatever you feel like doing, you come on, you do it. I have explained to you everything. This is the highest secret. Now it is up to you. There is a beautiful parenting tip over here. Explain everything to the child. Then it is the decision of the child. I am not talking about a child of 5 or 10 years. Child 10, 20, 25 years, 30 years. In India, it is so that even if you are 60, if your parents are alive, then you have to listen to your parents. I don't mean to say that don't listen to the parents, but listen to them, listen to all the elders, listen to your teachers or guru or friends, take your decision. Decision is yours. Not the parents, not the teachers, not the friend. Decision is yours. This we must teach our children. Take your decision. Your life is in your hands. Once you take the decision, you should be ready to face the consequences also. You are responsible for that decision. Why do we take the advice of some people? Because in case something goes wrong, then simply I can escape saying that, no, I didn't want to do like this, but that person advised me, that is why I did like this. It is only escapism. Only for this purpose, that is to put the blame on somebody else, we take that. Not for that sake. Take the advices of all people. Like how Krishna says, yes, I have explained to you everything, but it is now whatever you want to do, analyze. All the advices that I have given, analyze. Do your homework. Then, what you feel like doing, you do it. We must raise our children in such a way that they should be able to take their decisions on their own. Give them all the support needed, guide them. But don't expect that they will be listening to me only. Because I am the mother, they should listen to me only. No, this is not the way. This is not right parenting. You should raise them in such a way that they can live independently without being dependent on us. In most of the families, what is happening? I get my son married. Then, after a few days, I realize that he is not coming to me for any advices. He doesn't seek my advice at all. Till he got married, he was all right. Now look at this. He has changed a lot. Now he listens to only his wife. So what happens? I slowly start hating my daughter-in-law. Because of her, my son is not dependent on me anymore. We want people to be dependent on us. Wanting to be wanted. This is samsara. So Krishna is giving a beautiful tip for all of us. Even a teacher. Teacher should teach in such a way that the students are not totally dependent on the teacher, because they would have got that knowledge. Now they are no more dependent on the teacher. This is the best teacher then. If the students are always dependent on the teacher, then the teacher doesn't have a capacity at all, not an efficient teacher. So Krishna says, I have explained everything, now it is your responsibility. Your life is in your hands. Take the decision, whatever you want to take, but analyze. Asheshena, don't give up anything, don't leave anything. Everything that I have explained, now analyze, and then whatever you want to do, you do it. Next shloka, similar shloka. Sarva guhyatamam bhuyaha shruну me paramam vachaha ishtosi me dridhamiti tato vakshyami te hitam. Sarva guhyatamam bhuyaha shrunu me paramam vachaha. Highest secret has been revealed to you by my words. Shrunu me, may you listen what I have explained. Ishtosi me dridhamiti tato vakshyami te hitam. I love you, Arjuna. I like you so much. That is why I am explaining to you all this. Tato vakshyami te hitam, for your welfare. I have explained all these. Even though it is highest secret, I have explained each and everything to you. Many times it happens to us. Some warning is given. Some beaches you go, water bodies you go, there is a big board given over there. Danger. Don't get into water here. Crocodile or some whirlpool or something is there. Whatever the reason is, don't get into water here. Danger. We read that. And still we get into water. Many times it happens. Many children also die because of this. They think that they know to swim. And I can swim here, so they want to show off. This happened to one of our friends' daughter. They were in a team in Hyderabad. They all went there, and in that Josh, that teenage Josh is there. I can swim and show. Board is there. In spite of that, she went into that. She got caught in that whirlpool and she died. Warning is there, but we don't focus on that. We don't give any heed to that. Some places like olden days, houses, the doors are very short. I mean, very small ones are there. Ceiling is very low. For some tall people, they have to bend like this and go through the door. They see that the door is very low. So I have to bend my head. So they start bending their head from here itself. When they reach that particular point, they raise their head. Then dag one hit over here. In spite of the warning, if we really don't focus, we may get hit. So Krishna is warning here. The highest secret I have already revealed to you. I love you so much. That is why I am telling you again and again and again. Then I leave it to you. Are we able to do this with our children? We worry. If they take this decision, then it may be difficult for them. They will suffer. More than them, I will suffer. Because I am the mother or father. We have this kind of attachment to them. We explain, we guide, we do everything, and we expect them to take decision according to my decision. Whatever I have given the advice, accordingly only the child or son or daughter, they have to take the decision according to my will and wish. because of this attachment. Allow them to make mistakes. Let them make mistakes. Let them face the consequences. Let them become more and more responsible. Krishna is teaching us this. Don't have attachments. They also have come with their basket. Basket is full of vasanas. Like how we have come with our baskets, haven't they come with their baskets? They have to face the consequences. Let them be responsible for their lives. Teach them this. The very good tip for good parenting. Let us see the next shloka, shloka number 65. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Somewhat similar. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Again repetition. He has already talked about it in the last shloka of 9th chapter. This particular shloka gives the gist of karma yoga. Next shloka gives the gist of jnana yoga. So, even if we don't know any other shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, these two shlokas we must learn. One is summary of karma yoga. Next one is summary of jnana yoga. With the next shloka, Krishna winds up talking about all the yogas, all the advices get over at the 66th shloka. 67th shloka onwards, then what happens if you do this like this only? So 65, shloka number 65 and 66 of 18th chapter are extremely important for us because they give the gist of complete Bhagavad Gita. Shloka number 65 gives this aramsha of karma yoga. In the 18th chapter itself, Krishna explained so many times about karma yoga. He shifted to jnana yoga. Again he came back to karma yoga. Again jnana yoga and so on. That we have seen already. Now this is the final one. Last one explaining karma yoga. Man mana bhava. Mat mana bhava. May your mind be totally in me always. Your life should be God-centered life. Not world-centered life. We are leading a life which is world-centered. My family-centered. My children-centered. Krishna says, Man mana bhava. Become God-centered always. So we should question ourselves. Is my life centered around Paramatma? Is he the center of my life? Question ourselves. Or am I world-centered? This question is extremely important for us for our own analysis. Priority is given to which one? Understand that mind goes towards a topic or a subject or a thing to which it gives the highest value. So which one am I giving the highest value? If I give highest value to the world, which consists of my family, my friends, my possessions, my position, my power, my influence, me and mine. If it is that, then I am world-centered. No. I am trying to see God everywhere. Maybe failing, but trying to see God everywhere. Trying to offer my every action to Him. My mind is filled with God. Then, yes, God-centered life. try to look at everybody and try to see that Paramatma in everybody. Manmana bhava madbhaktaha. Become my devotee. Then madhyaji. Sacrifice everything for my sake. Here sacrifice is not that you have to do tyaga of everything. Karma phala tyaga. For your sake. When I offer everything to him, then I am ready to receive the prasada, karma phala, whatever comes. I am ready to receive however it comes. It is his prasada. This is that renunciation. Or it can also be taken in another way, worship. Yaji means worship, either renunciation or yaga or worship also. Worship me in various ways, in whatever fashion you want to worship. Yes, you have all the privileges of worshipping me in a way that you like it. Make me your companion. Make me your partner in your life. Then, Mam Namaskuru. Do Namaskara to me. That means surrender to me. I am your shock absorber. You know, all vehicles have got shock absorbers. Wherever there is sudden jerk, otherwise the engine gets destroyed. So there is something called shock absorber. So sudden jerks will be simply absorbed by this particular piece. So Krishna says, you will be facing lot of difficulties in life. Don't lose heart. I am there to protect you. I am the shock absorber for you. Mame vaishyasi satyam te. Mameva aishyasi. You will join me only. You will reach me. You will get me. Pratijane priyosime. This is my promise to you, Arjuna. He is taking a pratijna there. We know about pratijna, oath, promise. We tell the children, once you promise, then you must do that. Okay, otherwise don't say promise. Children say God promise, mother promise, all this we have done. So Krishna is giving us a beautiful, beautiful card, guarantee card, valid always. Eternally valid guarantee card. This is not like the guarantees which are publicized by the parties, political parties. This is not that kind of promise. This is a wonderful, wonderful card given to us which we can use eternally anytime. Are we ready to accept the card? He is offering us. Are we ready for it? We should get ready now. He says, Pratijane priyosime. Arjuna, I am promising you this. Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Mame vaishyasi satyam te. This is the truth, Arjuna. You will attain me by keeping your mind always in me, becoming my devotee, doing all sacrifice for my sake, worshipping me, and doing namaskara to me. Namaskuru. Namaha does not mean only physically prostration. It doesn't mean that. You are the only one for me. There is no other gati for me, Krishna. You are the only one. Initially, we make Krishna as our partner, our companion. We have many goals in life. Worldly goals are there. I have to construct a beautiful bungalow. I have to have a beautiful car. I have to get my children married. Blah blah. So many list is there. So many goals are there. By the end of this year, it should happen. Like this, we set goals. In that, one of the goals is God. I must reach God. One of the goals is reaching God. Reaching God, I mean moksha, not anything else. So it is there in the goals, but it's one of the goals. A person whose desire is for moksha is called by the name mumukshu. One who is interested in attaining this liberation is called as mumukshu. Now, if one of the goals is moksha, then you are given the name as manda mumukshu. Manda is slow or light mumukshu. And the next one is, we get more and more matured. Then what happens? There are so many other goals, but the topmost in the list is moksha. There are so many others, but now that goal has come to the topmost in the list. So this is madhyama moksha. Other goals are also there, but this is the topmost. Highest priority is given to moksha. There is uttama mumuksha. All the other goals are destroyed, and nothing, no other goal except moksha. This is uttama mumuksha. When we were kids, all of us were kids, we had the desire for a balloon or some toy. Do we have this kind of desire now? We don't have. Do I go around and tell everybody, I don't have the desire for balloon at all? If I tell anybody, people will say that Jyothi has gone mad. She goes around publicizing that she does not have desire for a balloon. Will people make fun of me or not? In the same way, when we study Bhagavad Gita, not simply by hearting and simply reading it superficially, understanding deeply we study. When we get the knowledge of this, slowly the other priorities, the worldly desires are slowly dying down. It may be slow pace, no problem. So Krishna says that one day you will have only one goal, that is to reach me. Then you are uttama mumukshu. So Krishna talks about the Karma Yoga, gist of Karma Yoga in 65. Let us see the next shloka. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Sarva dharman parityajya. Give up all the dharmas. A little confusing. He said that Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбhavati bharata, then paritranaya sadhuna. All these he said. For the protection of dharma I have come. I have taken avatara. Now we say sarva dharman parityajya. Give up all the dharma. What do we mean by dharma? For us dharma is some rules, ethics that we have to follow in our lives. Punya karmas. Here, a bit confusing kind of shloka unless we really understand what he means. Adi Shankaracharya gives a beautiful vyakhyana for this. Here he says that dharma is not the ethics, all these, in this particular context. It is about having the knowledge of who you are, or having the knowledge that you are not the body. When I have the thought that I am the body, then I say that I am the one who is doing this. I am the karta. I am the bhokta. When I identify myself with the body, we have this now. I am the doer. I am the karta. Similarly, I am the bhokta. Then if I am the karta, obviously I am the bhokta. Now, we have got this kind of knowledge that I am not the body. I am that soul or atma. Just like how petrol is there in the car, I am simply there in this body, that's all. Body is the one which is doing the job or the work or the activity or action. I am separate from the body. I am not the body. So, I am not the one who is doing anything. So here, Sarva Dharman Parityajya means give up Deha Abhimana. Give up the notion that you are the body. You are not this BMI complex, but you are the one who is residing in this BMI complex. Then give up the thought that you are the karta, that you are the bhokta. You are not. When we identify ourselves with the body, then we feel that we are the karta, bhokta, etc. But now slowly with the knowledge, we should start identifying ourselves with that Atma. Then, I am not the body. Body is doing the work. Body is doing all the activities. I am not the karta. I am not the bhokta. So this is what Shankaracharya explains in his Vyakhyana about Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Give up all this. Then, Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. Vraja means approach. Come in surrender only to me. Ekam. Ekam here is, we have seen earlier, Eka Rupa Ishvara, Aneka Rupa Ishvara, Arupa Ishvara. So here, Eka means that Arupa Ishvara. Wherever you see, whichever God you see, it is only one. That Parabrahma. To that Parabrahma, you surrender. Come in surrender to this Parabrahma. Vraja is approach, the kind of approach. What kind of approach? In surrender, surrendering kind of approach. This is what Arjuna you have to do. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Then what will I do? Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. What will I do? I will release you from all the papa karmas. Not only papa karmas, even the punya karmas. We have seen now, even if punya karma is being done, this is also golden chain. That is, bondage is there. So no papa, no punya. I will release you from all these bondages. Whether it is punya or papa, here even though he says sarva papebhyo, it includes punya also. Mokshayishyami. I will give you this liberation. Ma shuchaha. Don't grieve. So this is the concept of Jnana Yoga. I am not the body. I am the one residing in the body. I am not the karta. I am not the bhokta. So shloka number 65 is gist of Karma Yoga. Shloka number 66, gist of Jnana Yoga, where knowledge-centered life. In God-centered life, God is my companion. God is my Ishta Devata. Krishna is my Ishta Devata. Lalita is my Ishta Devata, and so on. Whereas in this Jnana Yoga, there is only one. Whether Krishna, Lalita, Sai Baba, everybody, everything is the same. There is only one Parabrahma. I am also that Parabrahma. I am also not this body. This is the gist of Jnana Yoga. So these two shlokas are important for us. Because everything that he has explained, he has put it in two shlokas. What is Karma Yoga? What is Jnana Yoga? In this he has involved this, brought this bhakti also. Madmava, Madmana Bhava, Madbhakta. Without bhakti, without devotion, nothing is possible. So devotion is there, whether it is Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga. So Krishna beautifully explains the concepts of all these and how to lead a life. If you lead this kind of life, what happens? If you don't lead this kind of life, what happens? Sama, Dana, Bheda, Danda. Danda is not brought here. Danda we are getting. The world is giving us that Danda. We are being thrashed. We are being attacked so many times with various hurdles. But we are still clinging to this world. This is the irony. We make fun of people saying that even if they give the textbook, they are not able to write the answers. We also are also in the same category. Krishna is giving us open book. Learn, listen, do manana of that, chintana of that, and try to inculcate, try to implement all these in such a fashion that every single cell of our body should have that. And knowledge should flow. When we face crisis, at that moment, the knowledge should flow here. Otherwise, it's of no use. Jnana-nishtha. This is what Jnana-nishtha means. Whenever such situations arise, we must be able to get that, recall that, and implement it here. So Krishna beautifully has been explaining Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga or Upasana Yoga. It is not that they are all parallel paths. It is not that they are all separate from each other. They are all together. Each one is intertwined. All the three are intertwined together. It's up to us to analyze our own selves and see, where am I standing in the ladder of the spirituality, and how can I climb? I have to go to the top. I'm sure that all of us will one day reach the top of that. And one day we all will be there saying Aham Brahmasmi or Parabrahma. We all attain him because he is the one who has given us this guarantee card. How can we refuse it? Any other political parties, whatever guarantees, we can refuse. No, I don't want this. I will not vote for you. This one, eternally valid guarantee card. Why not we simply grab that card and, as he has promised, reach him? To reach that level, we need Namasmarana always. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Hari